Yeah, all right. So coming into another game, game two of three. As CEVO throughout the regular season is, of
10
course,
seconds to go.
just that two-game series we do, sort of the European style, if you want to call it that.
5
Soccer,
seconds.
football leagues. Again, if you want to call it either of those, whatever you do. But best of three, as it
Reserve
is just the
time.
upper bracket round of 32. So whoever loses isn't going home; they're just going down into the lower brackets, which is best of
Radiance
one
ban.
for a while. So game two, we don't give a honk versus the Justice League. They're going to be taking out the Viper
Dire's
and the
pick.
Doom, and they'll pick up the Razor, and it's Razor that they banned in the
Radiant's
first phase
pick.
last time along with the Viper, so they switched up a bit. And we see the Doom and the Death Prophet taking out this game, and of course, no one's going to be able to see Lycan. Still a very popular ban, despite not putting up good results anymore. A lot of teams still pretty scared of the hero.
Yep. So, I mean, Razor, I honestly feel like 6.82, whenever you pick Razor, it should just, like, crash your computer. This hero, I hate him.
He's
I
so good.
absolutely
10
hate him.
seconds
Dude,
to
he
go.
ruins my games, man. He
You just
ruins them.
gotta, you have to be
5
Razor.
seconds.
That's the trick.
I don't like it, though. Like,
So
I feel like I'm letting America down
Reserve
whenever I pick
time.
Razor. I am being an awful citizen just for picking this guy.
Well, America sucks at Dota, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just pretend to be European or something and pick
Dude, we
Razor.
got EG, man. We
That's
got EG,
it.
best in the world. Not
Are
really.
they?
Close.
It's still newbie. Well, I don't think it's still newbie, but
No, definitely
I mean
not.
they hold the TI4 title, so I think it's by
It'll be
default
newbie
has to
for a
be them.
year then. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's got to be them for a while.
I don't know. Either way,
They're not
so
picking their hero. They're taking a lot of time thinking about their first two picks. They got to pick more than just one here. They got to pick two.
well, I mean, you ban out Viper, Doom, Lycan, Death Prophet. Who else is there? Pick up Void? Hell no. He fell off the
I
meta
would
hard.
I would go Brew Sky right now.
Brew Sky. Oh my god, I haven't seen Brew in a while. There's Skyrath. What do you got?
Radiant's
Is it a
pick.
Brew? We're rolling the dice right now. Let's see what you got.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Like, Doom and Death Prophet are already gone. You pick up Brew Sky right now. If you're worried about any of the other silences in the game, okay, there goes Centaur. That's pretty good as well. Tons of
Dire's
damage there in
pick.
that pick off. And it's not quite as obvious. It's pretty obvious. Centaur's off lane, Skyrath's a support. But yeah, I like the idea of the Brew. The only two heroes that would give them some trouble after that would really be the Drow Ranger, which already we know that one of these teams likes to play. And Silencer is also pretty annoying, and you'd be heading into another banning phase, and you could deal with some of those heroes. The ones you think they might possibly go for, you could take out. And of course, there's other silences.
10
I mean, you
seconds
still
to
got
go.
Ricky and other silences. Now I can't think of any more off the top of my head, but it's really,
Riki is the first that comes to mind. Really?
dude, yes, the
Reserve
Cloud
time.
owns since it got buffed.
Oh man, I haven't seen Riki in a while. I think the
What do
last
you-
time I saw
what's it
Riki,
called? Vici Gaming just picked him like three
Did
games
they?
in a row.
oh my god, dude, I'm way off. I've been watching Dota like all day since I got home from work and haven't seen Riki. I guess
Yeah,
I'm just
Vici
out of
Gaming
touch.
is I don't know. They like
Dude,
don't practice, so they just practice in their matches, and they pick the most ridiculous hero compositions.
can we
They
talk for a
stole
little
Ice
bit
Ice
about
Ice.
Vici right now? They are
Ice Ice Ice
amazing.
stole my strat.
What was your strat?
Tusk and Death Prophet.
How is that a strat?
Exactly. That's how I can prove it was mine. So what you do is obviously Death Prophet builds Yule Scepter, right? Because it's the best
Right.
item in the game, except when
Right.
you don't build it last game for some reason. I don't understand.
Okay.
But whatever, we'll move on past that. So you've got 2.5 seconds of invulnerability with your Yule Scepter, and then Tusk, he doesn't bring any
10
other allies in the
seconds to
snowball,
go.
unless, it's going to be really good for the team to dodge an Epi or a Ravage or something,
5
but
seconds.
just bring in the Death Prophet, and there's another 4 seconds of pure invulnerability. Nothing can touch you for 6.5 seconds as your Exorcism just kills everybody
Dire's
and still
ban.
chases them because of the snowball. It's
Radiant's
insane. Like, you can't do anything. You just
All right.
die.
I'll give you that one.
Radiant's
That
pick.
does seem pretty good. So, how'd it work out for Vici?
They won in like 12 minutes.
Okay, well, that's not surprising. You got Black, you got Ice, Ice, Ice. I mean, you pretty much
They,
have
they
the
look pretty shaky,
best
I'm going to be
everything.
honest. I got the opportunity to cast them quite a few times recently.
Dire's pick.
And they've been losing to some of the lower tier Chinese teams just because they don't get a chance to practice. But
Oh,
obviously, they
I
are
guess
still
that's
one
too
of the
bad.
better teams in China.
I mean, every single time I saw them, they've been taking out and taking on top teams. So, I don't know. They might have hit a low point. They might have hit that point after the honeymoon period where, either some internal problems start to arise.
Well,
or
they have a
you're just-
language gap, right?
Yeah.
Like, Black is okay at Chinese, but not enough to
10
just hear
seconds
4
to
people
go.
screaming, nice la, in Chinese. It's pretty hard.
I imagine you have experience with that.
I guess. I don't know. I've been to Asia. It's hard to
You've been
tell.
to Asia.
Reserve
Yeah.
time.
I'm a
All
world
right.
traveler.
All right.
I've
Very
been to the
nice.
land of Warlock pickers, aka South Korea. As we see, Warlock picked up second there. Shout
You
out
mentioned
to
Warlock last game, by the way.
You did, and you said he wasn't played, and I was going to correct you and be like, I don't know, bro. I think I see Warlock a lot. Not a
You
lot,
do
but
see Warlock a lot.
occasionally.
Okay, well, I don't argue he's not played occasionally. I just say there's hesitation because of that the gap between his
Guardians
golems, and he does have a great skill set, as pointed out the upheaval.
Dyer's
But
pick.
again, I mean, you're playing with long ultimates. You're doing so now with the Enigma War Black Hole. So you play with those long ultimates, you are setting yourself up to be pushed out in between them. And with the Death
The trick is-
Nature's Prophet picked up, with the Razor picked up,
Don't use them both at the same time unless you're going to utterly decimate and then take objectives afterwards.
well, we'll see if they follow that heat as they
Dyer's
pick up
band.
both.
Yeah. And Enigma's great for the push, right? You talked about Enigma a little bit in the first game, how he was kind of fell off because of his ultimate, but came back because of his ability to get farm off the map where other heroes can't.
Radiant's pick.
So he's really, really good. He gets picked up as a 4 roll, but a lot of games when it ends, he'll be like number 1 in net worth. That's how good this hero is at farming and finding space on the map. It also adds that push with the Eidolon. So when you win your team fights, you can take down towers, with ease. It's pretty much the only tower pushing they have right now besides Centaur's return damage if he tanks it, as return damage works on towers. Looking at We Don't Give a Honk, solid push. Early game, they got the Treants and the
10
heal and the
seconds to
aura
go.
from Venge. Fantastic. And then late game / mid game, they'll have Razor with an Aghanim Scepter, which
seconds.
also works on towers. So right now, their push is looking a lot better. But the team fight here from the
Reserve
Justice League is
time.
pretty undeniable. Like, I would be really scared.
Yeah, I don't really know what to make of this right now. What I see is a lot of split push, a lot of, individual dominance coming out from Don't Give a Honk. But then I see the better Justice League with just absolute incredible crowd control. They're going to go ahead with a
Dyer's
Slark, by the
pick.
I
way,
like it.
which with a Centaur War Runner is going to mean you're
I
not
like it a
running
lot.
away from that. I mean, even with everything, you're going to have a lot of trouble dealing
He's going
with
to go
the Slark
Shadow
damage.
Blade.
Oh, definitely. Most
You
definitely.
better, anyways. Or Blink. Actually, either or is good enough. I kind of like Blink better. Just so you can destroy Nature's Prophet. So he probably wants a Basher or something trolly like a Yule's. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what you build on Slark, because as long as you
10
attack
seconds
people,
to
you
go.
get really strong with your third ability and your passive Essence Shift.
5 seconds.
So we'll see what he wants to go for. But he needs to surprise Nature's Prophet and stop the split push, because that's the only split push they have right now.
Reserve time.
As well, they look for their last hero. It won't be a Pugna.
It won't be a Pugna. Okay, yeah, they get that banned out. Pugna, I would have been interesting, but I imagine it would have been really really weird to pick up a Pugna as that what looks to be 1 or 2 position role. So I don't know. I really can't imagine what they pick up last. Maybe something along the lines of a Luna. That would be really weird. Nope, they're gonna go with
Wait, Fragile.
Silencer.
Yeah, so there you go, Silencer. I talked about him earlier as, a counter to the Brewmaster, which implied
Oh, he
he's pretty much
counters
a
Enigma
counter
so
to
hard.
all big ultimates. Yeah, so he's going to slow down the Warlock and the Enigma if we
For
don't give
those
a
of you
honk,
who
get
do
a
not
team
know.
fight on their terms.
All right. Those of
gonna be
you who
tough.
do not know, all right, this is like a little bit of schooling. Silencer's ult is the weirdest BKB interaction ever. All right?
Yeah, I can
Basically
agree with that.
means no matter what happens, BKB or not, if Enigma pops both or a black hole before the global silence comes off, Silencer every single time will cancel it.
Yeah.
BKB or not. It's crazy. It's pretty much one of the only cases of hard counter I can think of in this game, other
Better
than
get ready.
Lich versus Meepo, and there's one other that I can't remember. But,
Earthshaker versus Brood? Like, I don't know what do you mean.
but I'm talking about that hero, which no matter what the situation is, you can expect that one hero to be useless. And Silencer versus Enigma, that's pretty much one of them.
Earth Spirit versus anybody.
You were just saying that Earth Spirit was bad, dude. Are you
I don't know what I'm saying.
contradicting yourself, man?
Yeah, I like the Silencer. It's a weird interaction with BKB in general, right? Like if Silencer ults and then you BKB, Well, the
purge
silencer
it.
ult was
Yeah.
useless.
Or
If
you
you
smell it.
BKB then silencer ults, then your BKB was useless. So
Yeah.
it's a weird existence. This is why Dota is hard and people quit after 2 games because they're like, what?
Well, that's why you come to
30
CEVO, man.
seconds to
You
go.
learn these things. Anyway, we've already introduced them, but we'll go ahead and do it again. For Radiant, or the Better Justice League, the team that is 1 game behind right now in this best of 3 series, it's going to be Shea Doctor on the Centaur War Runner with Crixus on the Warlock. Rainbow Dashing is going to be picking up the Skywrath Mage, Banana Slam Jamma on the Slark, and Das Bear Jew on the Enigma.
The game is on.
All right, and looking at no Honk, they won that first game. They're looking to just clean up the series here 2-0 with the clean sweep. We got Bunnies on the Vengeful Spirit. My boy Rakudo throwing out the cask, one of the best level 1 spells, getting a couple there, draining a lot of damage away from Banana Slammer, but he's got the Pounce and a Haste, so no chance. Rakudo on the Witch Doctor, my old friend. Bunnies on the Venge. Auto attacks on the Razor. I realize I made it very unclear who was my friend in that situation. Knight on the
They're all
Nature's
your friend.
Prophet. Silencer played by Ooh. And yeah, there we go. I think that's the whole team.
I think you missed. No, you did get Ooh on the silencer.
No, I
Okay.
got it.
You just said it. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going Jimmy Fallon on the silencer if
Jimmy
you've
Fallon,
watched that show.
No, I don't. I'm more
Should.
of a Colbert or Oliver.
They're kind of
guy.
different. They're kind of different, aren't they? One's like a complete satire show, and one is like real
Yeah,
people
but there
on
was
a
there
real
was a
show.
competition going. There was a competition going on, like Ben and Jerry's
Well-
ice cream. They were competing on, so I guess in that war I was Jimmy Fallon. I don't know. I don't know who I'm with. I don't watch late night
Colbert's
television.
gonna be a real show.
Yeah, he's going
soon
on,
anyways. It's gonna
late
be
night,
weird. I
isn't
don't
he?
like it. I'm scared.
I'm not. Colbert is a man, dude.
But he's not gonna be in character. He's the man in. Well, he's the man anyways. But he's the
He's
man
just-
in character for most people.
We need a guy with satire, with a little bit of satire background, on like the main stage, dude. It's
Yeah,
we
it
need
depends.
that. So
Depends
I
how
don't
it
know.
does it.
I'm really excited for it. I'm happy to see what's going on. But you know what I'm more excited about? South Park. That's where I'm at right now. So
So glad you didn't say Dota, because I was expecting you just to be like this game, and you said South
I'm
Park.
excited
and
about
it's
this
coming
game.
Back.
Do not get me wrong. Like
You're
I
not.
really want to see the Justice League bring this to a game 3, but at the same time,
I don't
got
care
work
about this
tomorrow
game
morning.
until people are level 6. So
Yeah,
that's the truth. You're getting the truth from Helium right now.
We're
I
not just
don't
gonna
care
wait
until
around
everyone's level
and
6.
be silent till level 6. We gotta like fill it with something interesting. So I guess
Exactly.
hence this weird conversation. They go ahead and they deny the poll coming out from the Justice League here. So a pretty cheeky play coming from the supports on no honk, but it still ends up dropping 2 very ambitious melee creeps under the tier 1 tower. So still getting some decent XP. Meanwhile, Banana Slam Jammo diving onto Knight, but will not continue to attack. Just getting that leash on and looking at that damage being all he wants to use with a regen rune spawning in the bottom lane is going to help. I think Das Bearju might be the one to go for it, as his soul ring doesn't seem quite done, though. He might just be able to get it from this camp. And
You might want to buy from the side shop.
oh yeah, that's even better. So in the mid lane, it's going to be Crixus Warlock versus Ooh on the Silencer. And to be honest, I really don't see many heroes in a range-based scenario, even melee-based, that really win versus Silencer. He's just got such a spammy spell that completely reduces your ability to cast anything. So unless he gets a gank, a successful gank coming in from Rainbow Dashing, I have to say I don't think there's any way he can really win this lane. And it looks like Rainbow Dashing realized this. He comes in and he
Crixus
kills
is
and
doing all right.
camps Ooh. Yeah, I mean, he's doing great. But going into the 5 or 6 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes, the spells coming out from Ooh are just going to rip him to shreds.
Yeah, I disagree with Ooh putting an early point of Glaives of Wisdom. I think just spamming and maxing out Last Word and Curse of the Silent is a really good way to dominate the lane, but instead it's going to be Ooze who may be in trouble. I don't know. I mean, Warlock's a great laner, right? It's kind of
He's a
scary.
great
If you
laner,
don't,
yeah.
if you don't have vision and you run up and the Silencer, you get Fatal Bonds, like, you're probably going to die. Because if you use your spells and you don't kill
exactly.
Warlock, like, what are you going to do afterwards? You're going to die. And,
Oh, hold on.
well,
The
first
first
blood's
blood
going to
actually
happen elsewhere.
happens here. He might actually get a return kill. Looks like the trees. Can they do it? No, the tower will be enough. No, he salves himself out of it. Trion, Nature's Prophet, is back in a couple of seconds. Is Slark.
What is he
alive?
doing? Is he on crack?
He's throwing. He's just
Nice.
going to wait for the Nature's Prophet to come in, and Prophet gets a return kill. What a player. What a game. What a series. GG, go next. The Justice League, they get a point up on the board, but lose it immediately. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just going to gloss over it and say, okay, it happened. We'll just move on here. As, I mean, we were talking about in the mid lane, yeah. Glaives of Wisdom, I hate that spell. I hate getting it first. I think you're right. Going 404 is a really, really strong set of spell. It was a really strong build, and he can just ode a none. Oh, hold on. Knight should end up dying in the bottom lane again. One last auto attack to come in. It's going to be Rainbow Dashing the one to pick up that kill. So a nice second kill to pick up for the Justice League. But I don't know. This point is moot in the
All right,
mid lane,
we need to flame this Slark. Like, what was he doing? I don't understand. He lived like a pro. He could have easily just tangoed up on a tree, and then he was worried that Prophet was going to TP in and kill him, right? Like, even if he was running back in between towers, Prophet could still have maybe found the kill on him. Instead, he jumps into the trees, gets stuck with no mana, can't TP, and then Prophet just kills him. I don't know. I feel like if he just sat around his tower, he would have been more than fine. And I think he was already level 6 after the kill, so he would have just regen passively, would he not have? Like, I don't know. Maybe he was just
I tried to check
under
his level,
6.
and I slipped my mind. I was going to check for that exactly, but it looked like the trees gave vision, so he couldn't have regen that up. He was absolutely stuck. Now
Yeah,
the top
but,
tier
I mean,
1 will go
Get
down.
into your tower range, the trees will die.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. If he had just straight up ran, he probably would
It
have
was
lived.
nighttime too, right? Like, juke
Yeah.
around a tree and you're out of range of the little tree ends.
What
They don't
I
have much
think
vision.
he was going for was to try to get himself, like, trapped in the trees over here.
Yeah,
But he just got
did not
kind
work.
of bugged back into straight up vision.
Oh,
so.
top.
Yep,
You got
they're
big
going to go
things
in. They're
happening.
going to drop the Golem onto Knight with a stomp as well, but the silence comes out. He does end up getting away, but what the? He doesn't get the TP off. He still gets away. Still is fine. The Golem coming in, trying to get some damage off, but auto attacks will steal the damage from that.
Yeah.
Knight gets himself away. No, the stomp comes through. The silence as well. He goes down, but Das Bear doing a lot of trouble. Magic Missile will secure the kill onto him. Now the Golem might end up dropping. They're going to try to get the last couple of auto attacks, but will not be able to seal the deal here. As comes in from the sidelines, not really accomplishing much except coming in with the presence of the Haste Rune. And they're going to go ahead and continue pushing here, looking at the top tier 2.
Did not know you could drain the golem. Gonna be honest. Didn't know you could static link it.
Yeah, you know, I didn't know that either, so today I learned.
Yeah, that's why I said TIL in the middle of that team fight. All right, the push continues. So they took out the tier 1. Even the golem was dropped. There was not quite a black hole. Enigma, I honestly don't think Enigma should have showed up. Because he could have just been farming, could have had black hole, and now they could have defended here, perhaps. It's a tough call. I mean, maybe, pushing into the Midnight Pulse, they screw up, you get a kill, and they did get a kill. But it wasn't on anyone super important. And then, well, you drained the golem. Razor got so much damage. He just turned around and killed Enigma from like half HP.
Yep, so all in all, 2 towers. 3-2, 7.5 minutes. We're going to take a look at the quick Golden XP graphs, net worth, and 2K of No Honk, book XP, and 2K of the Justice League. This is a very, very familiar sight, I would have to say. This is a very close series, I guess, would be the follow-up to that. And, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm not surprised. This is the 15th versus the 16th seed, so this is, like, supposed to be the closest the game should get at this point.
Just shows that our proprietary rating system really works, huh?
Oh, yeah. Reppin'
Oh,
that
yeah,
CPI.
that's CPI. As Slark, I feel like he could be, well, he's doing really well right now. 42-5 compared to Knight. Yeah, he goes
Really
for the
well.
pounce max distance. Like, if that landed, Knight is dead or at least forced to TP. Definitely going to be forced to TP. As,
You say he's doing really well, but we talk about his leaping escapades there. That
yeah,
being no
he's
exception.
doing really well, but at the same time, he is terrible at this game. We'll put it that way. Sorry, Banana
man.
Slam
Big-
Jam.
big
You've
talk
done
for
this to you've done it to yourself.
Big talk coming from that MMR Helium, eh?
Yeah, whatever, dude. I'll play. I'm allowed to flame people.
All right, I'll give you that one. Das Bearju is going to find the wrong hero at
He
the wrong
knows.
time, but
He knows,
Ooh
though,
is
he's
going to
being
go and
spotted.
continue on to Banana Slam Jam. Pops out the global silence. He wants this Slark, but he will not be able to get him. Not even dropping out the last word. Or Curse of the Silent, rather, as he didn't even have the mana for it despite having a bottle. For some reason, just did not want to pop it out. Didn't feel like it. So, I mean, the Slark lives. Probably would have lived even with the Curse of the Silent, but regardless, that was a gank attempt that they probably would have gotten a kill had they just turned around and tried to kill this guy right here, but they got greedy. They wanted the Slark, and they paid for it.
All right, will you do me a favor?
I will.
Quantum Space wants to know what Golem Crixus is using. He thinks it's Hedach, but it's not. It's the Doom of Itho-Goaki. So if you could,
Doom of
highlight that,
Itho-Goaki. It is the
Itho-Goaki.
Doom
I
of
like that better.
Itho-Goaki.
That's kind of what I said.
Doom
I
of
said
Itho-Goaki? Go Alliance?
I said
Subliminal
Go-Aki,
Alliance
like
marking?
Spanish. Like, go here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
He's a closet Alliance fan.
I'm way too
Go-Aki.
tired and crabby to be casting Dota right now, but here I am, doing it anyways.
You're with me, dude. I bring the hype, man. I am the
Why am I so
AEC
tired
of
then, huh?
amateur casters, except I'm not.
So you're not an amateur.
They're
you're
going to go ahead and they throw
golems.
down the Golem here. Knight should end up dropping,
he's
but
a
he
block.
will get the TP. He gets himself out of there. Bunnies, he's trying to run, trying to hide. The Malefice will bring him back a little bit, but he'll get away. The Golem chasing
He did.
way too far. The Golem's just going to die. 100 goals going the way of Bunnies. A very, very
Just
happy
all the
name for what he
Enigma.
just did to that Golem. So,
I blame the Bear Jew for that.
Das Bearju. Are we just flaming the Justice League now?
I think I am. I don't really mean to, but he could have made a big play. No, I was flaming. I was on Bunny's case pretty hard last game on the Shadow Shaman for wasting his ult. Literally every time he had the chance to waste it, he took it. But
Yep.
he's on another hero now. He's on the Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well because he doesn't have any really
Radiant's bottom
ults to
tower
waste.
in
You
a
can't
pretty
exactly
sad right
waste
now.
a nether if you don't even have it, or another nether swap if you don't even have it. But
Trouble
I mean,
brewing at Radiant's
Well,
Honk are
before-
getting
yeah.
dangerously close to 2-0ing the series. Let's talk about that for a second. They've got a Nature's Prophet that did a little bit of damage to the top
Radiant's
tier
bottom
3 tower,
tower
but
in a pretty
they're going to go
sad
ahead and
right
take the
now.
bottom tier 1, and there's this push for coming out from them
There goes
is
Radiant's
becoming
bottom tower.
better and better executed. I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game purely on the principle of pushing.
I would
As
not
the
be surprised
amazing
either
P
because
alliteration comes out
that's
from
kind of
Ted.
how Dota is these days. Looking at you, TI4.
We don't talk about that in the Dota.
That's true. We don't go to Ravenholm and we don't talk about TI4.
Dude, I go to Ravenholm.
You go to
I
Ravenholm?
screw
Yeah,
shit up in the Ravenholm, dude.
I've been there too.
No
It's pretty
zombie
fun.
is safe from Chicago, Ted. Come on. You know
I don't-
this.
I do know this now. I get the reference as
Yeah.
no honk. Well, they're gonna go for another objective instead. If you're on the Dire side and you're not using your Dire advantage, why are you playing Dire? It's pretty much a question you should always ask yourself, whether new or old in the Dota 2 thing, the thing we call Dota 2. It's a good question. And here they go.
Yep,
Taking
they're
the
just gonna
rush.
take it. No real issue here, as you said. Dire advantage. They have the healing from the Witch Doctor. They have the Treants. You should be taking Roche by 15 minutes if you have a Nature's Prophet. Even 10 minutes isn't really out of the game for you. And holy shit, I just realized it's 12 and a half minutes. It feels like 30.
It does feel like 30, probably because this game's so exciting.
Wow, you are very, very motivated.
I'm just trying it out,
Radiant's
man.
mid
Just want to know
tower's
what it feels
coming
like to
apart.
flame people when you cast.
It's okay.
Fortunately-
I think I have
fortunately,
enough
my boy
professionalism
Rakudo
for the
is,
both of us. I am
Rakudo's
literally
my
esports
guinea pig.
rep.
Bust down Radiant structures now.
Yeah,
Radiant's
I just want a
bottom
Reddit
tower
thread,
could use
man.
a
Can someone
hand.
flame me, please?
I want to look at it. I want to be mentioned on
Oh,
that.
Golem dropped
Anyway,
again.
Global
Let's do
Silence will
anything
go
good with
down
it.
after the Global Silence. I still haven't seen a black hole yet. Maybe
Oh,
we'll see it
okay.
now as Kudo is going to pop
Go
out
for
the
it.
Death Ward. He pulls out the
Doesn't
big
even
black
go.
hole, but it doesn't do anything. He just goes down. Auto attacks is still alive. And they're just going to chase. The Golem goes down again, this time to the Silencer. Rainbow dashing, barely getting away, but after that fight, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, Aegis will get popping. And Slam Jam, though, caught in the wrong place, maybe at the wrong time. No, he'll get himself away, but after this fight, I wouldn't be surprised if no honk they
Radiant's
2-0
mid
this.
tower could use a hand.
It's not looking
Radiant's
too
mid
out of
tower's in
sight
trouble.
for now.
Yeah, sorry, Enigma buddy, Bear Jew. Your name is awesome, and Glorious Bastards is like one of the best movies ever made. But
That's where it's
black
from.
Your black holes are not very good. It was a little unfortunate there. Obviously, he wanted to throw the black hole. He thought he was throwing the perfect black hole that there
I
ever was, and he was going to
think-
cancel out the Death Ward, but it was
Yeah.
just a little too short, and it didn't work, and then he immediately died.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I got from that. I think he wanted to get the Witch Doctor in that one, but the Witch Doctor was like right here, and I think they know exactly what's going on. And the black hole ended like right here. Like, yeah, oh my god, I want to type, but I'm talking right now. Das Berju should end up dropping here. At insult to injury, he's just going to go ahead and feed a kill here. And that's another kill, 5-3 at 14.5 minutes. And the push just doesn't end. No Honk have positioned themselves for a surprising 2-0 lead over the better Justice League. The team who I feel has been doing excessively well for what we thought how we thought they'd be doing. I believe these guys are like something straight out of the Right at Dota 2 League. I don't know. Something like
Which
that.
guys?
The Justice League.
Trouble.
I don't know. I'm really not sure. I don't know anything about
I
them.
know
but yeah, I
Hokota
mean,
is
they're
like
definitely
straight
solid
out of Dota
players.
2, but
Then like joking, I'm not really flaming. I'm just joking. So if anyone is
Radiant's
raising their
bottom tower
pitchforks,
seems
I think they're playing pretty well. They
Oh, yeah.
did well in the laning phase. I mean, Slark obviously did really well despite his one little screw up. I think Enigma could have focused a little more on farming and getting his levels. Like level 7 or minute 7, you should be level 6 already, and he wasn't when his black hole could have made the most difference.
Yep.
And we got to keep in mind that this Enigma is playing against a silencer, so it's not like it's supposed to be easy for him to chain these black holes together. It's very difficult, and you
telling
can
you.
see him struggling, like trying to position himself to get off a good black hole, and he either can't get it off and he can't find it, or it's too late and it doesn't matter and he shouldn't even use it. It's a really tough judgment call all around for him.
Well, adding to that, I mean, well, okay, not really adding to that, bringing up another point about
Subtracting from it.
Yeah. Oh, wow, thanks, dude.
I'm playing with
now
you
I know
now.
what you need
What
about
up?
what you think about my opinion. Anyway, whatever. We're going to take a look. I mean, it's a black hole going against a team that doesn't stick together.
Yeah, that too. It's tough.
And the fact that, again, Silencer hard counters this hero. I absolutely hate the fact that if you pick Silencer, Enigma's instantly useless. Instantly.
Yeah,
By the way,
well,
you're pointing out that Shadow Blade call. I see it. I
I mean, that's
respect
something I
it.
learned recently. You can like just point out items to your other caster without ever having to say it. It's pretty sick. I do it a lot.
Anyway, but I don't know.
It's a Shadow
Silencer's
Blade,
great.
though.
Oh, hold on. Ooh, could end up dropping. Pops at a
was a
global
waste.
silence. 130 seconds. That was a panic.
Sick.
So we need Reeves here. That was a
was
classic
panic.
I'm panicking moment.
I haven't listened to Reeves in a while. I got to talk to Reeves at that thing we don't talk about anymore.
That shall
really,
not be named.
Really funny dude.
Volda TI4. I don't know. I was trying to be funny there. It didn't work out. Anyway, the chase goes on, but a great
Black
Warlock
hole
Golem
dude.
drop. Now the Black Hole catches 3. Bunnies auto attack. They have nothing to fear except death as they just go down. Oh, man. That's what you get when you don't have Global Silence down. Everyone is down. Great fight coming out from the better Justice League. And, well, they grabbed themselves a 5-0 wipe. And they're going to go ahead and push a tier 2 off that. Great positioning, great timing, and just overall amazing, amazing usage of the black hole. Unfortunately, for the next 170 seconds, they can't do that again.
Yeah, which is a problem. So yeah, everyone on Justice League immediately redeems themselves, and all the shame and the blame falls onto Silencer right now for using his ultimate when he shouldn't have. And
Yeah,
that's
if he hadn't
Dota.
used his
It gets pretty
ultimate,
difficult.
a buyback there would have changed the game. A buyback there would have secured the win for No Honk.
Oh,
Anyway,
look at
so
this,
Rakudo
using
is
that
going to just drop
shot.
here. Banana Slam Jamma finding another kill off the back of that to make it a 6-0. And the TP's coming in. No Honk. They just don't have an answer for this except for the minute or two of pushing that they're going to do because there are no big ultimates.
Yeah, that's still a big limitation of Justice, right? Okay, Banana Slam will TP out there, but the limitation is they pretty much all have to be together, with maybe the exception of Slark finding the pickoffs, which is why they picked the hero, right? Slark was kind of to deal with the Nature's Prophet. If they're lucky, which they just were, Slark runs into Silencer and murders Silencer, and then the Justice League win the fights, as, well, we just saw that. You look up that in the dictionary, and you'll see the video clip of this game. But for the most part, they have to be completely together to have even a remote chance at team fights, which means people are going to be split pushing the other lanes, whether it be Razor or Nature's Prophet, and it's a bit problematic, because already at like 8 minutes, they were taking tier 3 tower damage. It wasn't a lob, it's just the fact that it's going to continue to happen as Shay gets picked off in the lane right now. He will die. No buyback for 30, and it looks like it'll be no Honk. To get rid of this last tier 2 remaining here for the Justice League. The Midnight Pulse goes down to sort of dissuade this push, but they don't really care too much about it. Got a ton of trees. They got the Necro Book too. Necronomicon level 2 up on Knight, and the tower, it's going to fall. They're not going to respond to it even a little bit on the side of the Justice League.
Radiant's
Yeah,
mid
they're just going to
tower's
grab both
getting
tier 2,
one full.
both towers here, and I mean, oh god, Aghanim Scepter comes out after that. Why are you spamming this? Why are you spamming my screen, dude? It's not professional. I don't like
spammer,
it.
dude.
It scares me. Anyway, yeah, no, the Ags is definitely a big thing here, but the pushes are real. And hold on, Banana Slam Jam, he's going to go for another pick off on Ooh, but this one could be much, much worse. As Rakudo's there, he's going to go on Rakudo. No global silence, please. He doesn't use it, and that means that they win the next team fight, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully for them, as they desperately need to win the next team fight. They're down 4 kills right now. They're probably down in morale after being just literally walked over. They're still ahead in gold, though. They were getting up to almost insurmountable territory at 15 minutes, almost 10,000 gold. Now it's down to 5,000, and it's Justice to pretty much from the 5-minute mark have always been leading in experience. It almost got pretty close to equilibrium, but now at about 6K, Justice is looking pretty good after that last team fight. You can see how big of an impact it had on both of these graphs. Just boom, that big jump up around, what was that, the 16, 17-minute mark? As it looks like we're going to find some more people. Trees don't stand a chance against Enigma right now. And the upheaval. Upheaval is hilarious. That's both so good right now. Banana Slam Jam looking for more of the pickoffs. The power of the Shadow Blade, since he's got this, they've just
Well,
been
they're just diving here. It looks like Banana Slam Jamma, though, he could just feed here. They pop the Global Silence. That is down, which means the Black Hole is ready to go. Global Silence back on cooldown. But can they do anything with it? We'll have to wait and see. Banana Slam Jamma is down, but they do not need Banana Slam Jamma to end up taking a team
Guess
fight.
what's happening to Dyer's bottom tower?
Yeah, I think that's like, Slark was kind of posted up there, like, all right, guys, push the tower. Like, I can kill someone if you just push the tower, but they don't really have any push at all. Like, that was
They
a
could
bit
pop
of a
down
problem.
golems for it, but that wouldn't be a very good usage.
Yeah, that's true. I did just spam
Actually,
the crap out of Ag Scepter.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about
To
it.
be
That's
perfectly
gonna
honest,
be
golems don't really
incredibly
do that much
strong.
damage to tower, but they're going to go in on the
No, they
auto
don't.
attacks. No global silence, but they do have the Mystic Flare down. The Shade Doctor. Now the golems come out, but where is the Enigma? He's not there yet. He doesn't need to be there. Now he's there, but doesn't have the mana. He does have it. Rakudo and Bunnies caught in the mix, and now the golems just whacking at their tail. They will just go down. Buyback onto both, but it's not really going to matter here as they just continue to push with these golems. As we said, dropping the golems, getting ready to push.
I don't think Bearju needed to use the black hole, but he was like, I'm using it. It's going to feel so good. I'm going to get both of these people in it. I'm going to hug them, give them a bear hug, if you will, and take down that bottom tower, win the team fight, take down the tier 2 tower as well. So nicely done, as I think Banana Slam just forced out Knight. No, Knight's in the middle lane. I don't know what Banana Slam was doing. Just pushing out with the Dark Pact. Can be very annoying split pushing, and was more annoying before they nerfed Dark Pact. That used to one-shot creep waves completely, and you could just split push so fast with that hero.
Yeah, but, I mean, the nerfs don't really hit Slark that hard. You already see he's still doing insane amounts of damage, has the ability to pick off one hero almost immediately, but you also see how if he tries to get a little bit too ambitious and runs into 5 heroes behind a tier 2 tower, he melts. So, an issue in that front, but Roshan's back alive, and Knight is going to go for that one, but Shade Doctor and Rainbow Dashing, they are closing up shop, or opening up shop right here outside the pit. And, well, there is the entire team of No Honk ready to go to the aid of Knight. So I wonder what they're planning here. As, yep, they're going to go ahead and get spotted out with the Wave of Terror. Ooh makes his way on up there, has his Global Silence ready to go. It looks like Golems are down for 60. Black Hole's down for 100. They really can't take a fight right now, and, yep, No Honk knows it. They just take a free Roche.
Roche won't be coming back for a while.
Easy.
And
No
now
golems,
Smoke.
no black hole. What are you going to do? Nothing.
You're going to wait for those to come back online if it means losing all your towers. I don't know. Either way, Banana Slam Jamma is spotted out by a rune, or a ward rather. No, it's just a sentry ward. But he now gets spotted out by the rest of the team. Global Silence, but he will beat Manta out of that one.
Dyer's top
And
tower's
gets
getting
himself
beat
away.
down.
So a good Manta-style purchase. Had that Yasha for a long time. And you're spamming again. Thank you, Ophelia. But, I mean,
Now he's got a Manta style.
I always preach that ulti orbs are some of the best items in the game. Medusa. 3 ulti orbs. You got a Manta. You got a
certain heroes. Yes.
You got a Scotty. Okay, for certain heroes, definitely. You're not going to get 5
For
ulti
Slark,
orbs,
Meepo, and Medusa, the ultimate orb probably is the best item.
It's incredible. The item is incredible. Even on Luna, the item's incredible. So, I mean, getting a Manta style not only gives you that ability to dodge out the silence, but also, again, that ulti orb, the stats from that one, it's half the Scotty about. And, I mean, on top of that, it gives great movement speed and attack speed. So, he's going to be enjoying that purchase, and it helps him out throughout the Global Silence, as, again, Global Silence was used.
It's available. Oh, no, it was used. I'm not paying attention at all.
Yeah,
Flame
11
me.
seconds on the black hole. They're going to go on to Rakuto, though. He just drops.
Wow.
There is no death ward here. 30 seconds without buyback. Both big ultimates are up. And that is a really weird-looking frowny face. As the tier 2 top just ends up dropping, and now we flipped the tables a little bit. The ultis are back up, and now Noah Honk have to sit there and cry as the Warlock Golems get used onto Knight, and he just gets himself away. He TP's out.
Questionable plays were made on this day.
Crixus, what are you doing? That's your black hole setup, dude. Oh, man.
I don't know what else he was going to do to stop the push. I mean, I feel like he could have just taken creep aggro and it would have been okay, but valuing the damage on the tier 3 tower very, very highly as nothing to cancel out here, so I'd like to see, I jokingly said a Yules, but basically something to cancel teleports. So Yules, I guess, would work. Maybe a little too late for that now, but definitely a Basher into an Abyssal Blade, or, yeah, would be great for the Slark, so he can actually
Basher would
kill.
be incredible on this hero.
And
it looks like he's got 2,200 gold. He should be able to be picking that one up soon. Again, Vengeful Spear has a Ghost Scepter. I'm not going to miss a single item this game, all right, am I? Oh, 2 Ghost Scepters. This is really good against the Slark. He has no way to get rid of that.
That's what I'm saying. We got some more pings coming out. Don't worry, keep talking. Oh, this is a big item and really late.
Wait,
the Blink Dash.
he just got that?
The Blink Dash.
Did he really just get that? That is a really late.
No, I
Blink
think.
Dagger. Wait, no, it's only
like
26 minutes.
You got it
Dude.
like 8 or 10 minutes ago, but it was still ridiculously late.
This game feels like 50 minutes right now, dude. I
Yeah, it
looked at the
actually
clock,
does
it's
for
only
some
26 and a half.
I think it's just because the ultimates are so big. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, man, a big push coming in from Banana Slam Jamma doing respectable damage to the bottom tier 3 tower, and he'll back himself away from this one. Again, the Manta style will help him out in any troubles or tribulations he catches up into really anytime soon. But it looks like Shea Doctor is going to go in on tonight, and they clean him up. They spend ultimates that are not the Warlock Golems this time because, well, the Warlock Golems were down, but I have no doubt Crixus will have spent that one just to spite this Nature's Prophet. Either way, he does go down. Shea Doctor taking a bit of her damage from the last will of the Necronomicon, and they get the Nature's Prophet. That's the most they can hope for right now, as buyback is available on him. And the rest just comes down to pushing. Haste Rune in the bottom tier 2 because I'm running out of, or bottom rune spot because I'm running out of things to say. Banana Slam
How are you
Jamma
running out of things to say when I'm just spamming your screen with items?
because I'm
and
letting the
defense
spam
lyrics?
talk for itself, dude. Like,
That's true.
it's like going over the stats when a statsman puts something up on the side of the screen. It's like they can already read it. Why would you need to like say it to them? I mean, I'm not doing. I could do an audio only cast. Like I probably have the ability to, but
we should do a text only cast one day. That'd be fantastic.
but I want to like display the voice, dude. Like I worked hard for this.
What I wanted to point out was Aghanim Scepter on Silencer, so that's going to be a really big deal. His current level of Curse of the Silent, which is maxed, of course, is going to be put on with the ultimate, so you can double up your Curse of the Silent with your ultimate's Curse of the Silent, which can be utterly ridiculous.
Slark seems to be getting a lot of Curse of the Silent right now.
He's fine.
Static Link, he'll leap away, and the Stampede to be spent. Very nice. And look at that, another ulti orb.
Razor
Another
as well.
ulti orb.
He's going Scotty, of course. Ags on Razor is going to be great for the pushing, like we talked about, and we've known for a while that Warlock has had his Ags. I believe it was the first one to show up in this game. He's working on the Refresher. I don't care what your team is. It's really hard to win against a Warlock with Ags Refresher. And no Honk, they've already fallen down to the back foot. With their Ret Dota shenanigans, they've obviously got the chance to win this game, but it's going to be
I don't think
difficult.
Razor
It's probably not going to happen. We're going
outlast an Ags Refresher Warlock Ultimate. Even an Ags Refresher Razor, I think he's just going to die. This is why the Aegis is so important on him, by the way. That the ultimate Eye of the Storm persists through death, as I've heard so many times repeated by people like Blaze. So I'm gonna claim that I know that information on my own. You're gonna forget that I just said that, but
You're quoting Blaze on me right now.
I am. I'm quoting Blaze, dude. That dude's a boss, man. He's been
He's
getting
a
a lot
boss.
of shout-outs recently. So I mean,
He deserves them, man. He's been casting so much, it's ridiculous. He probably hates casting.
I
But
don't know.
he's
If I was
put
in
in
that
hours.
position, I wouldn't hate casting at the moment. Dude, he's living the dream.
Obviously,
he's
he loves
on the road to
casting,
TI5.
His sleep schedule is non-existent right now. Dude just put in work.
That's typical casting life, man. If you want to put in some effort on this scene, you really gotta destroy yourself to do so, because there's so many games over so many different time zones. It's impossible to have one set of times that you can reliably cast on. That's why I like CEVO, by the way.
Dude, yeah, it's the best. As season 5 here is shaping up to be a pretty good one. We were at
Yeah.
almost $7,000 for the prize pool. So most of that
6,700
put
right
in,
now.
Yeah, most of that put in by the community. So big shout out to you guys. Of course, we know what it really was. It was the sick item set that we had on there from Miha, but it helps us out a lot hosting these great tournaments, and we can get the best teams in the regions to join them because of that. So
Oh, yeah.
in the future, make sure to get that CEVO ticket.
Oh yeah, make sure to sign up too. I mean, it may look bad right now because, I mean, the Open has these big teams. But remember, all 32 teams in the playoffs right now. Hold on, I'll hold that thought as Banana Slam Gemma running himself away. All 32 teams in the playoffs right now will be going on to the main division next season. So
Yeah,
you
we'll
don't
be
have to
floating it
worry
back
about
up.
being outclassed heavily. You can work your way up the ladder, much like Star Ladder, except without the Russian admins. And, I mean...
Whoa, dude, Starladder has the best admins.
Okay. I was trying to shoot some... I was going to try to make some shots there to try to get some
Trying to make me
hierarchy
bust a
here in
move.
the NA scene, but you're downplaying us a little bit, man. You
Dude, they're
can't do
so
that.
good. There's a reason the Starladder admins handled
God.
TI4.
Okay, well, that aside, we got a
'Cause they know
great
what's
system
up.
here. If you want to play, climb the ladder, do what you
We
want.
don't need
there.
admins because we have robots that do things for us, and they do a pretty good job.
Oh, yeah. But
Good job,
if I can
bots.
finish this thought, be
Not
sure to
gonna let
sign
you.
up, because the more teams that play, the more we will be willing, the higher ups will be willing to invest in the Dota 2 scene, as they're already comfortable with the CSGO scene. It's looking a little iffy for us right now.
Yeah, definitely sign up.
We'd love
have
to
you.
cast you too. We've got I believe next season we're gonna have a whole team of casters ready to cast the lower bracket, the main open, sorry, the open division. So there's a good chance your game will be casted next season too. So be sure to sign up.
You can get flamed by helium, even though I'm just joking.
Living the dream, man. Living the dream.
All right, game's over. Justice is won. They've got Ags Warlock at just over 30 minutes. I usually say under 30 minutes, and it's like 100% win, so he's maybe sitting at like 90% win percent right now.
Yeah, I
These are
wouldn't-
made-up stats. I don't look at numbers. I just go by gut feeling, because that's all Dota really is at the end of the day.
I wouldn't
And
want to say it's
quote me on
guaranteed
that.
right now, because a well-placed silencer can still win the game. However, Banana Slam Jamma might put a stop to that one. He might silence the silencer. No, he'll get silenced himself and have to back himself away. Meanwhile, Rainbow Dashing might be in a pretty precarious position. Knight goes in on him, traps him in the Sprout, but he'll
Force
force
stab
stab
OP.
out. Yep, and now Banana Slam Jamma back in the field. Goes on Recruito and will go ahead and clean up the Witch Doctor. Now all of his damage is back. He turns around to auto attacks, and auto attacks popping the Eye of the Storm for this one, and will just drop Banana Slam Jamma. He's just going to town. It looks like Venture
Killing
Spirit will
spree.
drop
Killing
again.
spree. Killing
What
spree.
I
What
think
is going on? Why are there so many killing sprees?
I think that's game 2. I think the Justice League have secured themselves the win here. 3 heroes down without buyback. Witch Doctor will be coming back, but they're pushing hard in the mid lane.
Yeah, buyback on the Razor's not going to be enough, and
Oh yeah, Eye of
you
the
know,
Storm's
Knight
already down.
goes down to try to rat Dota, but it's not going to be enough. It's I don't even too little too late isn't really a phrase that fits here, but I'm going to use it anyways.
Oh, it fits here. Definitely
I
fits here.
guess.
Dyer's mid tower could use a
Actually,
little
no. They had too much too
help.
early, and then
Breaking
they
through
spent
the
it all
Dyer's
and
structures
threw it.
for now.
That silence that they used to try to
It
clean
was,
up an
yeah,
SN
I
through the
hate
game.
to go back to Silencer, but honestly, that one silence he used, and then they lost the team fight afterwards and gave up their whole mid lane like structure advantage, and even took tier 3 tower damage. Like that lost them the game.
That-
And we can look back to the graphs. Look at the turning point. That's where it was. 17 or just under, 16 minutes. Like the game fell apart right
Yeah,
at the
even
17-minute
XP,
mark.
you look at that, it was maintaining relatively even until that point as well. So, I mean, it's up to No Honk to just execute perfect Rat Dota right now, because without it, I mean, even with it, they have a very low chance of winning this game now.
Yeah, I mean, there's what, 3-to-1 kill ratio in favor of Justice.
Exactly.
They're in the Roche right now. This is the third Roche. Aegis and Shees. The pipe goes out here from the Enigma. All right, Skywrath is a little caught out from his team, but Enigma looks to maybe want to go back in on this. He doesn't have a blink, didn't even opt for it this game. Global Silence is going to go out. BKB has already been used here, so the Black Hole's available, and he's going for it. He's going to throw it down, and it was not very useful, but whatever, it doesn't matter too much. Crixus is not going to be able to drop any one of his ults. He will fall. Silencer doing a lot of damage, bringing down the Enigma very, very quickly. Now the rest of the team coming in to help, and Ooh is going to die pretty much immediately. Enigma, yeah, just barely lives there. Double kill, actually. He gets the quick kill credit from the Midnight Pulse.
Yeah, that was just a fight that we saw coming from a mile away. That was the telltale sign. That was the, okay, not the telltale sign. That was the sign that No Honk has no gas left. I mean, you're close to an Axe Refresher on Silencer, but you're not quite there yet. If he had it, maybe that fight would have gone a little bit differently, but we go back to the fact that he's not making as big of an impact anymore in this game. So, ultimately, the split push gets canceled up on the bottom lane. Roshan will go down. Slark the one to pick that up. And Slark, I mean, he's got Aegis, Cheese, Manta, Scotty. Nature's Prophet has Desolator, but it's not really helping him out that much. I mean,
Weird choice, though, right?
I don't know. I'd have to say that if he's going for all-out push, it's not the worst item in the world, but it's definitely not going to help him defend.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a reason you get Maelstrom over Desolator. Like, you can get the creep wave there with more of your creeps alive faster.
But it's all about taking down the tower, is I think what he's
Yeah, I
going
mean, the Desolator's going to be good for taking down the tower, but how long do you think Nature's Prophet's actually going to be able to stand on a tower before someone responds? It's more like, it's a creep wave you don't notice at your door, you know? Heroes are obvious.
Yeah, so they're going to go through the bottom lane here. And Banana Slam Gemma leading this charge, the guy that is absolutely unkillable. He doesn't have the cheese anymore. He went ahead and he passed that along to his team. That's going to be the Enigma with that, so he's also unkillable. And Crixus dropping the base. He's trying to mimic the wubs from earlier on in the stream, and it looks like Centauri is going to go ahead and BKB teleport himself to the bottom creep wave. And
Why does
they're
he
just,
pick a Vayne?
oh, okay. Warlock, he actually drops down his
Do
golems.
something about that bottom tower.
They're
At a time, I guess? I mean, he's got another pair, so whatever.
yeah. He's just going to use them to pick up the tower here. Golems
Guess
don't get
what's
stunned that
happening
much by the
bottom
paralyzing
tower.
cast, just normal hero
Dyer's
time.
bottom
So
tower
they're
got
just going to go ahead and grab this bottom tier 2 racks, bottom racks. There's no tier on racks. And
Tier 2
they're going to
racks.
dive back on this one. A Global Silence comes out. The Death Ward isn't actually doing that much damage. Shade Doctor surviving throughout it. Now a buyback comes out from auto attack, but his Eye of the Storm, it is back and ready to go. Another Global Silence comes out.
Just
this time
to
it is the
refresh.
refreshers, and they're trying to go ahead and win a team fight. Banana Slam Jammo diving way back, but here comes the second Warlock ult. And that is it. Aegis gets spent, but just everyone's dying on the side of No Honk. And Ooh drops. Rukudo drops, and the GG also drops. We're going to a game 3. Guys, as the casters, for the sake of our voices, are going to take a quick break before we go into game 3. I'm going to play a little bit of
We're
music
like
for
our
that.
bladders, let's be real.
Yep, so we're going to go ahead, quick break. Game 3 is coming up very